incompetent or those with felony convictions from voting. The resolution adds those who are not U.S. citizens to that list. However, it still needs to be ratified by the voters.
Fox's Gary Baumgarten. On Wall Street, stocks could surge at the opening bell. Dow futures up more than 500 points. In the NBA playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder now one win away from the NBA Finals after Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 40 points in the Thunder's 128-126 win over Minnesota on ESPN. The league's MVP this season, Gilgeous-Alexander, says they know a Game 5 win gives OKC the Western Conference Championship.
Play to our identity on both ends of the floor. If we do that, we'll be just fine. If not, it can get ugly. So we just got to be who we are, trust our work, trust our habits.
On the ice, Carolina avoids a sweep.
That's still empty, and Jordan Staal makes it 3-0 Hurricane.
That's how it ended on TNT, a 3-0 shutout win over Florida, but the defending Stanley Cup champion Panthers still lead the NHL Eastern Conference final 3-1. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is a Tuesday morning, May 27th, 2025. Thank you much for joining us on the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and the most popular guy of the morning would be AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. He's got rain in the forecast for later today into tonight. Might get exciting. Some hail in the region somewhere. We'll see what he says. That's coming up in about 3 minutes, so stick around. SpaceX expecting to launch their 9th Starship test later today. They've got a 1-hour launch window. It starts around 6:30. SpaceX issuing a warning there might be some loud booms, sonic booms, after 6:30 tonight. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk also going to social media saying that he plans to provide something called the Road to Making Life Multiplanetary today. It's going to be a presentation on social media around noontime. President Trump authorizing federal disaster relief for several South Texas counties affected by severe flooding and storms back in late March. Residents of Cameron, Willacy, Starr, Hidalgo County who suffered any property damage or other economic losses from the March 27th and March 28th storms can now apply for federal assistance. State of Texas is on its way to becoming the second state to have an across-the-board ban on social media for kids. If enacted, Texas House bill would place wide restrictions to ban every Texas resident under 18 years of age from signing up and using social media platforms. The legislation would also require all social media platforms to verify the age of people creating an account. Other news out of Austin, the Texas House passing a Senate bill that makes it a lot easier for parents to opt out from vaccines for their kids.
State law requires vaccines for certain diseases, but parents have been able to fill out forms to submit to the Texas Department of Health and Human Services. The bill makes the change to go paperless, allowing parents to grab the form online. The House bill's author, Lacey Hull of Houston, says the goal is not to spread vaccine skepticism, but to make it easier for those parents who want the exemption. The bill now heads to the governor's desk for his signature.
Texas cities would be banned from using taxpayer money to send women to other states for an abortion under legislation in Austin.
In San Antonio, City Councilman Mark White supports it.
This is really a taxpayer protection bill. Not once have I ever heard the residents of San Antonio telling me they want their tax dollars to be spent to send women to other states to receive abortion-related services.
He's been a vocal opponent of the city's newly passed Reproductive Justice Fund, and in Austin, the city council handed $100,000 to a pro-choice group. Both programs would be in jeopardy if the bill makes it to the governor's desk. I'm Lisa Carton.
Time is 7:08, and meteorologists predicting an above-average 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. The National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, forecasting a 60% chance of an above-normal hurricane season for the Gulf Coast. Well, there you go. It's time for AccuWeather. AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine is joining us. I want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch for providing us a 7 o'clock AccuWeather. All right, well, let's start there. Let's start with the NOAA forecast. I know you got an interesting forecast later for us this evening. So when it says a 60% chance of an above normal hurricane season for the Gulf Coast, that would be near us. Does that mean we might get an early tropical season, tropical system? You see anything out there? right now?
Nothing. It's clear for the next 7 days, even beyond that too. Right now at AccuWeather online, we have some features, or at least some graphics out for it. It is, let me get down to the bottom of the page here. They're gone. Never mind. They were there this morning for what it's worth. I was prepared to talk about it. There is one that just popped up. Some tropical downpours for early June for Cuba, Jamaica, and Florida.
Okay.
That one just popped up. Literally, I refreshed the page and boom, there it was.
So this rain, then, if we do see some rain tonight, late today, and you said we might see rain for a good part of the week as well. That's coming to us as a tail end of something, right, north of us?
Yeah, so the main low is actually centered over Kentucky, and the front drags back in through Texas. Severe weather is more, I guess, like, what's the word I want to use? Focused over the western side of Texas where there's a dry line, but it will make its way into the Rio Grande Valley, especially, late tonight into early Wednesday.
Okay, so we got today, maybe tomorrow. And then last week you told me we might see rain all the way to the weekend. Is that still the call? Like Thursday, Friday?
Yeah, we're still in for this kind of daily setup of thunder showers. Thursday's the dry day, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday have thunder showers in the forecast. Now, rainfall amounts are low, but that doesn't mean that it's a non-existent chance.
Yeah, at least, we get a lot of humidity with the heat, but it'll keep temperatures, like the 90s, low, mid-90s?
Yeah, we're not talking about triple digits anymore, so there's at least that.
There you go. All right, Bill. Let's see. When you go to the grocery store...
I don't, but okay.
Okay, Mom goes for you. So,
yeah.
Okay. Freddie.
He goes.
When you go to the grocery store, you go to H-E, but do you, when you buy grapes, do you take one and dust it off and then taste it to see if it's sweet, or you just take a chance and see if it's sour?
You definitely look underneath the bag to make sure there's no squished grapes.
Yep.
Or any kind of spiders or anything.
Wild Freddy.
That is true. That's true.
Yeah. Or spider webs. Look, if you see a spider web down there.
Who never forgot that? There was a report on that years ago, and Delia, my wife, she never forgot that. You got to wash, make sure all the spiders are off of this thing.
Yeah. When I'm looking at grapes, I just look at them and feel. So I'll give them a gentle squeeze, and if they're loose or kind of squishy, it's like no.
Yeah. So, but see, sometimes when they're just starting to get a little squishy is when they get the sweetest. So I'll do the taste one. I'll taste 3 or 4.
So you're the responsible person for why people don't have grapes in their bags.
Yes. I bet you he's no, this one after I took 4 of them. That's not the good one. Let me get another package.
And I'll be the guy who just anxiously stands by watching him grab 1 or 4 grapes at a time. And I'll be like, all right.
Once I hit pay dirt, I find the sweet one. I'll take that bunch and add
4 or 5 bunches later, he finally finds the right one.
Actually, about 3 or 4. If I don't find a sweet one, I move on. Go find something. Okay. It's grape day. I say that because it's not grape day. All right, Bill. Talk next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordy. Texas Workforce Commission accepting applications for disaster-related unemployment assistance. The agency offering help to any residents in the valley who have been unable to work due to the severe storms and flooding that took place in late March. Millions of Americans are taking hits to their credit scores if they have not been paying their student loan.
An analysis by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York shows credit scores dropped by more than 100 points for over 2 million delinquent student loan borrowers. Scores fell 150 points or more for more than 1 million in the first 3 months of 2025. It's similar to the sharp drop that follows a personal bankruptcy filing. Researchers said about 2 million of those previously had favorable credit scores and would have qualified for car loans, mortgages, or credit cards before the delinquencies were reported. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Time is 7:13. Going to share with you a conversation I had with the gang at McAllen Economic Development. They have a new publication that's going to help them sell the city. We'll catch up to that and other business at MEDC next on the Valley's Morning News.
Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow by New Nordic, available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or at your local CVS. Hess Fitness Products. They have the largest selection of fitness equipment and accessories in McAllen to custom fit you. If it feels good, you will use it. Remember, health is wealth. Exercise is the fountain of youth. There are no magic pills or injections to replace exercise, and with the help of Hess Fitness Products, you can exercise in the safe comfort of your own home. Go to HessFitness.com. That's HessFitness.com. Look better, feel better, do more.
Join the Radio United team. We are looking for a junior marketing consultant for our stations in the RGV. Are you passionate, competitive, and love communication? This is your chance to be part of our marketing team. Requirements: minimum 1 year of experience in outside sales, communication and negotiation skills, valid driver's license, bilingual preferred, legally authorized to work in the United States, and a few more. Send your resume today to humanresources@radiounited.com. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
The Brian Kilmeade Show, weekday afternoons at 2 on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
This is the Valley's Morning News, also at Radio Para Mi. Download that free app and tune in on your smartphone, your tablet. The station is home to Astros baseball, so the Astros hosting the A's. Pregame 6:40 tonight on 710 KURV. Made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and the Mission Economic Development Office. And we welcome to the studio on the morning news a family from McAllen Economic Development Corporation. We have Ralph Garcia and Susie Flores in the studio with MEDC. And as you can join us on 710 KURV, YouTube and X and Facebook Live, 7 o'clock hour on the morning news. You'll get to see us live. And of course, we will repurpose the videos for later in the day also on LinkedIn. The focus at the moment, one of the things we're going to focus on is our new McAllen Economic Pulse magazine, which is a tool for economic development. It's an awesome collection of the highlights for our area. And it starts with the history, background, history and culture, but also a focus on infrastructure, transportation, but the advantages that we provide for industry coming to the area. And the one who was given the task by, I would suspect, it was Elizabeth Suarez, who, right, she was the one who said, Susie put this together. Susie put this together with her crew, and they're using this for recruitment for the city, right? This is what you're doing. I suspect that when you went to the Select USA conversation, you had a chance to take some of these with you. So how long did you work on this, Susan? Tell me what you did to put it together.
Thank you for having us here.
Yeah,
yes, definitely. It took us about a month and a half to put it together.
How many people helped you with it?
So I worked directly with the entity that helped us do the graphic design and stuff like that. So it took a whole team, maybe about 10 people to get the stories done, to locate some of the industry partners that will be interviewed. So it was a team effort between the chamber, the city of McAllen, and of course our team here with the EDC.
Are you from McAllen?
I am now.
You're from the Valley? Yes.
I'm from Brownsville,
Okay.
but I call
All right.
McAllen home.
Yeah, Brownsville, you're lost on that one. Did you learn something new that you didn't? Because you were like the yearbook editor. You put everything together on this thing, right?
That is correct.
Something that surprised you? So you learned?
Yes, I learned that I can be an editor-in-chief of a magazine.
Okay.
And it was an exciting project. I really enjoyed it every step of the way. And this will become an annual magazine. So this was the first.
Terrific. Good to hear.
Correct. Yes.
You know, that was going to be one of the questions I would ask you, how often we could see a rewrite of this, because the way the economy is expanding here in the Valley, oh my goodness, it's going to look 5 years from now, this is going to be a little thicker, and it's going to have very interesting new names in there. I'm convinced of it, the way things are changing down here.
That is correct. So we're excited to say that we'll be putting that annually.
Yeah.
And changing the stories every time. So we expect to partner with other entities, partners that would like to showcase their information, stories there. We're going to be looking out for them.
Yeah. And is there something that stands out, a factoid or statistic, something they say, oh, this is very interesting. I did not know this about my region, about my home.
So first of all, I think it would be the history of McAllen, how it was created. A lot of people do not know how McAllen came to be this prosperous city that we have now. And also the cost of living. It's about educating a lot of students, or everybody, but especially a lot of the people that we have here that think that by going somewhere else, they're going to be making more money. But in essence, when they take time to review that information, they're going to realize that we are very competitive. Also the demographics, and that we're so easy to do business. So that's the whole point, to attract industry, retailers, anybody that is looking to move to the city, to know that we are a very welcoming city.
Yeah, it seems to be the general culture for McAllen, and I would say for other city halls that are nearby, is let's make it easy to open up business as quickly as possible. And we need to, because they're knocking at the door.
There's also some great takeaways from it. There's two really good stories, one on GE Aerospace, the other one on Alpine Automotive. And it tells their story of how they came here, their experience with the community, the workforce. Those are really insightful stories that the readers should look for. And look at learning more about those industries in the community.
Ralph Garcia is the interim chief operating officer of McAllen Economic Development. I was going to ask you about that, because you say they've been here for a while. GE,
yes.
They're one of the pillars of industry that loves this market. They remind me a little bit of what Elon Musk was saying a lot about the Valley. Elon Musk, with his 3,000 plus people over there in Brownsville. It was Kathy Luters who said, she's the chief out there of the park. They've got like 70-80% of their workforce is from the Valley, and they love the Valley. They love the culture. They love the schools. And I think it says a lot about why GE came and stayed.
Yes.
And they continue to grow their footprint. And we'll be one of the industries that have the advantage, because they were here first, and they can continue to expand as we get some of these engineering, that engineering pipeline down here. Our guest, Susie Flores with McAllen Economic Development. Ralph Garcia is also with McAllen Economic Development. Recently, y'all took another trip over to Select USA, and for folks that are, driving around town, working for a living, what is Select USA? Because we've been doing these meetings quite some time, meeting with these site selectors, right? People who make decisions where to set up factories and industry.
So Select USA is the premier showcase for the U.S. Government to promote economic development in the United States. They attract investment from all over the world. You have representation from various countries, industry, site selectors that come and learn about doing business in the U.S. You have different booths that are set up. The booths are typically from states. I can tell you that by the experience of being there this past month, the Texas booth was probably the largest and most visited booth, which says a lot about what's going on in the country, right? You have communities or states like California, states of Arizona, Michigan. It was all collaborative. I think everyone is looking for opportunity. We're just proud that Texas boasts the best, and we were able to see a lot of movement through the booth.
You tend to see the same people, right? The same site selectors at events like this, right?
Yeah. So for me, last time I was there was pre-COVID, 2019. Select USA, we interact with a lot of site selectors. That experience was great to go back, 2025 and see a lot of those familiar faces, be able to interact with them, introduce them to Susie and to Liz, get their intake as to far as what's going on in the world, what they're seeing in terms of prospects, and how we can help.
The reason I ask you is because sales, it's a relationship based, industry. And you have relationships with these site selectors. Help me understand the role of a site selector. Are they like brokers for sundry different type industries? It could be high-tech manufacturing, could be a traditional fuel related. It could be an assembly line for automotive or the types of motors. What do they do? Because the relationships that you built, they must understand that Texas, we're hot stuff.
Yes.
And in the Valley, we may not have the name recognition of Houston and Dallas, but we have everything that they need to set up business. We got the land, we got the colleges, the young population. We've got governments, like you guys mentioned, that are willing to help out. Let's do some business. We got what they need to get the job done.
Yes.
So tell me about those relationships, what they do, and maybe some of the low-hanging fruit that they could bring this way?
So the site selectors are always working projects, and it's various types of industry they support, their customer base. But what's important with them, at least from our perspective, is that they know McAllen, they know the region, that they understand what we bring to the table and what we have to offer, understand the industry that's already here, because that message carries. When they're interacting with their customer, they're looking at a broader picture. They're looking at the United States and saying, where do I need to put this customer that's going to be cost competitive, that's going to be attractive, that's going to be able to produce the type of products they want to produce and then get it out into their end customer, whether that's North America or worldwide. Our job is to go out there and make sure that we're giving them all the information and the tools they need so that when they're taking those presentations to those customers, they're going to say, these are the states we need to look at.
Yeah.
These are some of the communities that we know are able to support your industry.
Ralph Garcia with McAllen Economic Development, as well also here with Susie Flores with McAllen Economic Development, and at this Select USA get-together. Because of the present policies that we have and this return to manufacturing in America, the hyper-focus on that, did you notice a difference on the floor of the convention when it came to looking at us, looking at Texas, and looking at us when it comes to manufacturing here? Because you've known these people for a while, and now well, maybe they're calling you a bit more often now.
I think, just like anything, we saw something similar in 2016 when Trump was elected into office then, and we saw some of the tariff challenges that came about. It's a little different now.
Mm-hmm. I'd say more aggressive now.
It's a little more.
Doing maybe some of the low-hanging fruit that they could bring this way.
So the site selectors are always working projects, and it's various types of industry they support, their customer base. But what's important with them, at least from our perspective, is that they know McAllen, they know the region, that they understand what we bring to the table and what we have to offer, understand the industry that's already here, because that message carries. When they're interacting with their customer, they're looking at a broader picture. They're looking at the United States and saying, where do I need to put this customer that's going to be cost competitive, that's going to be attractive, that's going to be able to produce the type of products they want to produce and then get it out into their end customer, whether that's North America or worldwide. Our job is to go out there and make sure that we're giving them all the information and the tools they need so that when they're taking those presentations, they're going to say, these are the states we need to look at, and these are the communities that we know are able to support them.
Ralph Garcia with McAllen Economic Development. Susie Flores with McAllen Economic Development. At this Select USA get-together. Because of the present policies that we have and this return to manufacturing, did you notice a difference on the floor of the convention when it came to looking at us, looking at us, looking at manufacturing here? Because you've known these people for a while, and now
we saw some of the tariff challenges that came about. It's a little different now.
I'd say more aggressive.
It's a little more aggressive. And so I think, from their perspective, we're looking at what makes the best sense, who has the most information. So, today the sense is we've got to invest in the USA. Texas is obviously a very attractive state to do that. How can I give my customer the best opportunities? And as that administration may change 4 years from now, how can we pivot quickly? Sometimes when you do it on the border, the Mexican part is equally important to us. So we're advantageous, and we've been promoting that for the last 30 some odd years. And so for the site selectors, that's really attractive, good information, it's positive energy for us, at least that are looking at tracking those type of things.
One of the advantages of McAllen, for the longest time, became a destination for retail, tourism, and other destination activity. Of course, you mentioned that. This corporate life has changed quite a bit, but we're still 2-to-1 advantage of a larger city in the Is that the vision and focus to continue to focus on that in economic development, or is it right, for example, to Patrick School to continue to try to get us that chip manufacturer? It just seems like the chip manufacturer might fall on our lap in the valley before we know it. Data center, the same thing. There's a hardcore energy production in the state of Texas that something like that. It's funny how vision that we need to continue growing across the nation vision, whether it's accounting for retail or is it high-tech manufacturing?
Because when you look at that's our unique is the tracking that for quality of life is extremely important. And a lot of the industry that we talk to, companies that are looking at this, we're working on a really good project right now. The primary focus for them is quality of life. And they like the Rio Grande Valley, they like McAllen, they like the energy they built in this area. So for us, I think that's key. We've got to continue that momentum. Those big projects will come along, and when they do, we'll be ready to tackle it. We've got infrastructure, we've got investment, things are happening. So we got to just keep that momentum going. But I think if we just sit and focus on one and not take into account the other, we're missing out. We've got to keep that synergy.
The quality of life management that we're ready, and that will make us very attractive. So the final thought from you before we let's go to on the magazine or anything else.
Yes, definitely. The final thought is that I encourage all those listeners out there that when you come to look for you and be featured in the magazine that you live, it will create an opportunity for the business and for our city.
Just, look through the QR code on our social media pages. You can get an online version of that. It's available to everyone to use. Great tool if you're trying to sell, track, or just know more about McAllen. This is a great tool.
Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. That is Chuck Garcia with the McAllen Economic Development Thanks to Economic Development. Sports Nights on 710 A dear friend of mine, his name is Dale Johnson. All Southwest, all the region. Dale Johnson has locked on spring courses. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. My friend Dale Johnson trusts them. I'm going to give you Dale Johnson's personal number. You will make that an interesting call. Because May, here comes June, here comes tropical season. Are you ready? Is your property ready? Is the roofing system in your property ready for tropical season? How do you know? You won't know if you don't know what to look for. But the gang is Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Dale Johnson with them, his entire crew, all of them. They can check, see, make sure everything's okay. Trust Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing with an expanded menu of all these new services that are finally here in South Texas, with the value warranties that you expect, cutting-edge roofing, roof installation technology, repair technology, and, of course, advanced waterproofing solutions for your property. Trust Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, just like my friend Dale Johnson is a part of the crew, part of the team now. He and all the gang at his company. Dale Johnson is at 956-655-6178.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Jay Gonzalez, the Valley's top lawyer with over 20 years of experience. Jay Gonzalez is simply the best. If you've been injured in a crash, call 1-800-CAR-CRASH today.
Later tonight, it's Houston Astros baseball as they host the Oakland A's. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, McAllen Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
With your TSN Sports Minute, I'm Jacob Ray. The Texas Rangers look to get back on track following a 1-5 road trip as they welcomed the Toronto Blue Jays to town for a 3-game set.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch swung on it deep to left field. It's hooking in the corner. That ball is history. Over the 334 sign down the left field line. Langford with his 10th home run, his 21st RBI. The Blue Jays lead is cut to 2-1.
That homer would be the only runs the Rangers scored as they fell 2-1. Game 2 is today at 7:05. The Astros had Memorial Day off as they traveled home for a 3-game series with the Athletics. Hunter Brown versus JP Sears tonight at 7:10. The Stars find themselves in a 2-1 hole in the Western Conference Finals after their 6-1 loss on Sunday. They look to even up the series and reclaim home ice tonight. Puck drop is at 7 on ESPN. I'm Jacob Ray, and this has been your TSN Sports Minute.
The Hurricanes live to skate another day. Shout out the Panthers to snap a 15-game losing skid in the East Finals. Goalie Frederick Anderson stopped all 20 shots he faced for his second shutout of the postseason. Panthers still lead the series 3-1. After getting blown out in Game 3, Thunder bounced back, beat the Timberwolves 128-126, take a 3-1 series lead in the West Finals. That's sports. I'm Ronza Moss.
AccuWeather says highs for today should be mid-90s. We do have the chance of a thunder shower in the forecast, especially later for today. Brownsville, South Padre, you might see a little bit of shower activity like right now, maybe over the next several minutes. That's the tail end of a cool front that's crossing the Gulf of Mexico right now. You can see it at KURV.com on the radar, the Brownsville radar. Check it out. Again, the chance for a lot of thunder shower activity, maybe some hail in the region somewhere. That would be for tonight and overnight. Porter Bridge wait times as posted on KURV.com. It is an hour wait time at B&M, hour 15 at Gateway, about 45 minutes south of Harlingen at Los Indios. At Brownsville Veterans, it's about an hour. And for McAllen, 30 to 45 minutes at Hidalgo and the Far Bridge. This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Join us at Radio Para Mi. Download the free app. Business news up next.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile-long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. I have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Join the Radio United team. We are looking for a junior marketing consultant for a station on the RTV. Are you passionate, competitive, and love communication? This is your chance to be part of our marketing team. Requirements: minimum 1 year of experience in outside sales, communication and negotiation skills, valid driver's license, bilingual preferred, legally authorized to work in the United States, and a few more. Send your resume today to humanresources@radiounited.com. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Frank Miller with Your Money Now. Well, investors are keeping an eye on oil prices. Those are ticking a bit higher after reports say that the Trump administration is considering some new sanctions against Russia. Now, those may come in the wake of continued attacks on Ukraine and also slow progress in peace talks. The move is also aimed at pressuring President Vladimir Putin to a 30-day ceasefire. Meanwhile, investors are also looking at an upcoming OPEC meeting this week for signals on future supply levels. A Bloomberg News report says that an option under consideration is a supply increase of over 400,000 barrels a day in July, though no final decision has been made. And Swedish automaker Volvo says that it's cutting 3,000 jobs as part of restructuring efforts. The automaker says that the move comes as it's looking at considerable challenges in its external environment. Most of the impacted job cuts are in its home country of Sweden. And on Wall Street, stock futures continue to tick a bit higher following President Trump's comments that he's delaying tariffs on the European Union. He says he's extending the deadline to July 9th. And that is Your Money Now.
Recent study finding that kids' breakfast cereals have been getting less nutritious. Researchers at the University of Kentucky and Louisiana State University say that they analyzed the nutritional value of hundreds of cereals introduced between 2010 and 2023. They say fat content increased about 1/3. Check this out, Freddie. New study saying people will now be able to see in the dark and with their eyes closed, thanks to nanotechnology. Sadly, they're working on this in China, but they have partnered as well with the University of Massachusetts at a medical program. They say they have created contact lenses infused with specialized nanoparticles that will let you see in the dark or in fog. The nanoparticles absorb infrared light and convert it into images that your eye wouldn't be able to see. The lenses have only been tested on animals, a small animal group so far. So it's nanoparticles, nanotechnology, what, infused into your eye, right? Injected into your eye. Is that the way that works? No, thank you. I'll let somebody else try that. AccuWeather says highs for today should be up to 95. And we got a chance of a thunder shower, especially tonight, late tonight and overnight. We have a little bit of rain closer to the coast. Good morning, Brownsville, Starbase. Yeah, I wonder if this might play into the whole, launching that 9th Starship tonight, right? Let's see what time. I need to ask. If I forget, Freddie, remind me to ask Jeffrey Nordy about that. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. Join us at Radio Para Mi. Download that free app.
Did you know Mighty Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and HVAC also does duct cleaning?
Here, Feathers, guess what?
Tea.
Coffee. You know I don't like tea.
Oh, no. Mighty Mike's offers duct cleaning to make sure your ducts are clean and system running efficiently to save you money. Now is a great time for duct cleaning, so just call 956-686-1353.
Oh, I found callmightymike.com. They do all HVAC services and more.
Except that, but they do duct cleaning. Get your system done. Mighty Mike's to the rescue.
Join the Radio United team. We're looking for a marketing consultant to join our dynamic team in the RGV. Are you self-motivated, goal-driven, and ready to help businesses grow? This is your chance to develop and sell advertising and marketing campaigns across multiple platforms, including radio, digital, social media, and more. Requirements include minimum of 3 years of outside sales experience, strong communication, presentation, and negotiation skills, valid driver's license, and reliable transportation. Bilingual is preferred. Must be legally authorized to work in the United States. Send your resume today to humanresources@radiounited.com. Radio United, we're an equal opportunity employer.
News and weather information at your fingertips.
No more browsing for no apparent reason. No more mindlessly surfing on our laptops.
Log on to KURV.com. News Talk 710 KURV.
It is a Tuesday morning, May 27th, 2025. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. The show producer, Fred Cruz, and AccuWeather meteorologist, Jeffrey Nordine. I'm Sergio Sanchez, you and family. Appreciate you tuning in. Join us at Radio Para Mi. You can listen to us on your smart device. Just download the free app, Radio Para Mi. AccuWeather says thunder showers tonight. We might see a little rain right now for Brownsville and the coast. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys. Ready to fight for you? Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. From the Dobbs decision leak to cocaine in the White House, the FBI announcing they plan to reopen several investigations from the Biden administration.
FBI Deputy Director made this announcement on X. There are 3 cases that he says the agency is looking into: the D.C. pipe bombing investigation, the cocaine discovery at the Biden administration's White House, and the leak of the Supreme Court Dobbs case.
Fox's Madeline Rivera, it's not clear when the FBI will have an update on those investigations. Louisiana officials say 3 more escaped inmates have been captured.
Police say Lenton Van Buren was found in Baton Rouge, sitting on a bench near a department store after someone called in an anonymous tip. The other 2, Jermaine Donald and Leo Tate, were captured in Walker County, Texas, more than 300 miles from the jail they escaped from.
Fox's Todd Pyro, 2 inmates remain on the run. America's listening to Fox News.
Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham was in the Rio Grande Valley for Memorial Day Monday, saying that Americans should always remember and appreciate those who made the ultimate sacrifice. She attended a Memorial Day ceremony at the Rio Grande Valley State Veteran Cemetery here in Mission on Monday. SpaceX expecting to launch their 9th Starship test later today. They have a 1-hour launch window. It opens up at 6:30. President Trump authorizing federal disaster relief for several South Texas counties: Cameron, Willacy, Starr, Hidalgo County. All this linked back to damage and flooding from the March 27th and March 28th big flood. President Trump has signed an executive order aimed at boosting nuclear energy in the country. The order invokes the Defense Production Act and directs the Departments of Energy and Defense to help speed the construction of nuclear reactors. And there is a tick that if it gets you, if this tick bites you, it would make you allergic to all red meat. So bye-bye barbecue.
Like all such itty-bitty blood-sucking invaders, you may not know you've been bitten by the Lone Star tick until symptoms show up. Ian Williams, an entomologist for Orkin Pest Control, says it can give you something called alpha-gal syndrome. Well, that's a type of carbohydrate found in nearly all mammals, but not in humans. A tick could feed off a rabbit, say, absorb the carb, give it to you, and your red meat days are gone.
So some people may have kind of mild discomfort and gastrointestinal issues, and other folks may go into full, anaphylaxis, which is the really severe end of the allergy.
His advice: long sleeves, long pants, socks, and repellent. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
I don't know, Freddie, but I see a medical application for this. You can't stop eating red meat. Your doctor's been telling you for the longest time stop eating red meat. Well, let's go to the tick option. Get bit by this sucker, right?
No, thank you.
I'd much rather die happy.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
I took a look at the picture of this thing. It looks, yes, it's like a standard tick, except on the back of it is like a white dot right in the center of the back. You see that sucker? Stay away from it.
It's that big that you can see it.
Well, the picture that they provided, but you notice there's a singular like white dot right at the middle of its back. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We invite you to join us and listen on your smartphone, listen on your tablet. Radio Para Mi is the free app. Go find us, 710 KURV. Top real estate team in this entire region. It's the Ryan and Brian real estate team. Only team that I'm calling to help me buy a home, help me sell our homes. The Ryan and Brian real estate team. They have over 600 5-star Google reviews. Imagine all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of folks that have worked with her. So happy with the Ryan and Brian team. They have taken their most precious resource, time, and sat down and wrote some glowing commentary on how awesome the Ryan and Brian team are. If you know someone who's looking to purchase a home, you probably heard that they've been looking for a while. That's because the market is tight. Inventory is really tight right now. Finding new homes seems impossible for some folks, but for the Ryan and Brian team, they know the entire market of South Texas. They know where to help you find a brand new home. Shannon, I'll give you an example. Shannon just found a new home in Westlaco. She worked with Elias from the Ryan and Brian real estate team. And not only did she find an awesome new home, but because of the Ryan and Brian, the team, the expertise on the team, they know how to negotiate. Man, save Shannon thousands negotiated off the asking price. That's the Ryan and Brian team difference. And the Ryan and Brian team can help you find a brand new home. They've partnered with one of the nation's top builders. Edwards Homes is in the Valley, constructing beautiful, brand new, sweet-smelling homes, affordable, and rates as low as 4.75% if you qualify. There's limited inventory, so you need to start that conversation with the Ryan and Brian team. Here's the number, 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that. And more if you're worried about things like low testosterone. Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's Dr. T's Primary.
Listen to Sergio Sanchez every morning on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Parami app. Stay informed with exclusive interviews from top local and state leaders, plus economic development news, business, and medical reports, and all the local news from the RGV. It's everything you need to know to start your day right. Sergio Sanchez and News Talk 710.